Oh, do we have anything to talk about tonight? What's good, everybody? Welcome in to The Last Word. Immediately after Monday Night Raw, this is the show of record. If you want to laugh a little bit, you want to be entertained, and also you want to be educated on the pro wrestling business, this is where you come. We call Behind the Turnbuckle, part of BTT Studios, and we are coming off a red-hot Raw that saw Seth Rollins, the entire faction, standing tall after they take out Roman Reigns, take out CM Punk, take out LA Knight, and there's so much more to talk about coming off of SummerSlam. So where do we start? We got to bring in the whole crew. Producer man, if you don't mind, bring in the. Oh, are we bothering you? Or you can't look forward into the camera?
I
Are
was
you
trying to
ready?
make sure that my sound was off on the TV because we were watching the main event. I didn't want you to hear it in the back, and it was being slow.
Oh, okay. I don't want us to get in trouble either by streaming Netflix when we're not allowed to. Look at Rastafa. Just became a premium member. Rastafa, welcome to the premium side of things.
My God.
All right, let's get into. We got to do introductions first. She was all over at SummerSlam, and the amount of work she did for this brand over the weekend, it can't be described. Because it didn't happen. Gaby AF, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm so great. I tagged you in everything I did. We talked about it after it happened. I don't know what else you want me to do. But, okay, we'll talk about it.
Tommy, all I saw was a video that I retweeted that said, night one, bonkers, bananas. Hey, this is Gaby from The Last Word, part of BT. No, that part was left out of the video.
I didn't
never
even
heard
say
that.
my own show in that post because I was so flabbergasted by what had happened. I didn't even reference my own show. It was just me off the cuff going ham.
I'll get back to you in a second. Big Tommy C, over 32 years inside the WWE and everything that happened over the weekend. I'm going to need your expertise. Can you deliver that for me tonight?
I can deliver it, Coach. I watched SummerSlam even though I was at the casino. I watched it. I'm here. I'm ready, Coach.
You're ready to go. Also, producer man, I need to see a man who did deliver for the brand this weekend. How about Dirt Sheet Dan? Show his face. Show his face. Because Dirt Sheet, tell me where you were on Sunday night, sir.
I was actually at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, up in the 300 sections.
Oh, yeah? Did you go live on anybody's show on Sunday night, Dirt Sheet?
I did multiple times on Coach on both the pro show and during his premium membership.
Oh, so you were on both shows and you sent in videos from the event.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's a good job.
What's that?
It's a great job.
I know it's a great job because he's dedicated to the brand. He's dedicated to the. All right, Dirt Sheet, I'm going to bring you back on in a second, but we got to talk about what just happened because what just happened kind of put the cherry on top of the Sunday. And I saw a lot of reactions from a lot of different people that they loved SummerSlam, they didn't love SummerSlam, that Seth Rollins cash-in saved it, that Brock coming back saved it. But tonight, we go off the air, and that's where we always start here on The Last Word. So, Gaby, I'm going to start with you. Seth Rollins, and I said today on my SiriusXM show, I said he's got to come out with big dick energy tonight. He had it all night. He directed traffic at the end, laying out CM Punk, LA Knight, and most importantly, Roman Reigns. What did you make of the new World Heavyweight Champion tonight?
I was very into it. I love that they didn't kind of just ignore it. I love that they addressed it right at the beginning. With LA Knight coming out, huge pop in Brooklyn for him as well, coming out to face him. And you know what I like to say always about Raw, when you sandwich it with the bread, when the beginning of Raw and it comes to the end of Raw and it makes sense to all squeeze together. So I was a fan of Raw, and I think they actually delivered with the follow-up with Rollins.
I thought they put enough out there tonight to make it very, very entertaining. There were some things that I didn't particularly like. I feel like the Charlotte and Alexa stuff, it is what it is. But, Tommy, I want to get your reaction to the main event first and foremost. The fact that it was a swerve since Saturday night's main event. The fact that they worked everybody. I actually love that they're going old school and that Seth Rollins for 3 weeks, nobody saw him walking around. Nobody saw him without crutches. That's old school wrestling. Didn't necessarily like the cash in and how they delivered, but I thought they did deliver tonight. What about you?
They did deliver tonight, and Gaby's absolutely right, Coach. It's back to the old school way where you open the show with something and you end it with the same thing leading up to what happened in the first segment. I love that. Maybe Triple H is looking in that book and saying, hey, that kind of worked for years for us. Let's try it now. And yes, Seth Rollins, I even said, I said, if he's working everybody about this injury, when you do something outside of the ring and in your personal life, and you walk around with crutches with your little kid and the knee brace, that is one of the biggest works of all time. And coach, I like the way they cashed in. The money shot for me is the crutches being dropped, and he turns around and you go, holy shit. He fooled us the whole time. I thought it was a phenomenal way, the way they did it at SummerSlam.
I get that, but let me throw this out at you, Tommy.
Okay.
The way that they did it, if he would have beaten, because what he did was he threw them at the top of the ramp, which means CM Punk had over a minute to prepare. The Money in the Bank is supposed to be a surprise. It's supposed to be, oh my God, out of nowhere, bang, 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 bang. They didn't do that. He still could have beaten LA Knight at Saturday night's main event and not gotten injured and still come out and had the exact same result. So he was willing to take an L, to take a loss, to go through that elaborate work. I love this thought, but the way they did it, to me, I would have taken the crutches all the way down to the ring. I would have gotten in the ring and been like, oh, Paul, help me in, and been like, listen, I was mistaken. Congratulations. He had the tears coming down his face, CM Punk, and that's when he then goes, that's what I would have done, but it would have taken half an hour to get down to the ring with the crutches. But it's subjective, right? It's subjective.
It is subjective. It is. Him coming down takes a long time. Him giving the ba-boom in the ring with the crutch or whatever, then he cashes in. That's another great way. But the way they did it, Coach, he came out and you were saying, is he here just to mess with him? Is he going to cash in? Because it made you think for those couple of minutes. And when he turned around and then stopped, it was like, holy shit, he's cashing in. Threw the crutches, took the brace off and ran into the ring. I thought that was very well done by WWE.
And I don't want to see in 6 months on season 2 of Unreal, Gabby, everybody walk me through this. I don't need to see it. I just want to experience it. And that's enough for me.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I hope it was one of those things that just kind of happened organically where, like, some people, like, maybe it just wasn't that bad and people already thought it was bad. So they were like, maybe we should just roll with this. Like, that would be awesome. If it was just kind of organic and it wasn't such a seeded, planted thing in, like, the way that they show us. But, you know.
Let me ask you this. Do you think maybe he tweaked it and then maybe the next day or two, because that happens in sports all the time, where you think it's a bad ankle or a bad knee, and then a day or two goes by and you're like, okay, it's not that bad. Do you think maybe, Gabby, that's what happened?
Yeah, I honestly do. I mean, we were even just talking during the main event, like, oh, did Braun kind of get hurt? Because we saw him, tweak something because someone carried him off right after the match at SummerSlam. And tonight, he looked completely fine. So it could have been something, a little something. He went to the back. Maybe someone catches wind that it's bad, and that's how it spreads. And why not be like, you know what? Let's use this to our advantage and, like, make a work out of it. Because I think things like that, when they happen organically in that sense, kind of look at what came of it. So it's kind of cool. I do think it was something small that made something bigger.
It's all about pivoting. That's what the wrestling business is, guys. It's about using something to your advantage, especially if you haven't planned it out in advance. We'll get back to more of Raw because we have potentially the line of the year delivered tonight. You're watching The Last Word. Gabby, Tommy, Dirt Sheet, Dan, Producer Man, and the Coach. But real quick, because we would be remiss if we didn't hit on right at the top of the show the return of Brock, because we saw Paul Heyman with Seth Rollins, and I want to know if you think the Seth Rollins was just an organic thing. Do we think that they planned this Brock thing for a month? Because the statement came out that, well, Brock's been cleared in the lawsuit over a month ago. Or was this something that after Cena's promo on Friday, Tommy, which you called me about, you said, Coach, you got to hear this promo that Cena's delivering right now, throwing the Rock under the bus. Do you think maybe Rock called Friday night and said, you know what? Screw all you guys. I'm not showing up Sunday. And they had to pivot in this storyline to get Brock in at the last minute. Which do you think it is, Tommy?
I agree with you. You just said they pivoted, Coach. I think Rock said, screw you. Maybe it wasn't Friday night. Maybe it was the beginning of the week. He said, screw you. I'm not showing up. And Cena saying, why am I playing this friggin' role? I don't even like it. I'm going out there. I'm cutting a promo. Suddenly, he hit The Rock. He hit Travis Scott there. I'm the guy that's been doing this for 25 years. Hustle, loyalty, respect. I'm doing it my way. And I think the Brock thing was a last minute thing. I think you know how fast they can get things done, get a jet their contract, sign a contract. They cleared him. I think it was a last minute thing. I loved Brock coming out. I know a lot of people don't like it because it's always like the same repeat thing. But guys, did you hear when that music hit? Did you hear that? Did you hear the pop of all time? It was just
But Tommy, it's not the same old shit. I disagree with that. He's done it a few times, but this has been years
I
since
know.
he's been here. So to me, there's a whole new breed of fans right now. And I even said to Raphael last night when the two of you couldn't show up for the show, I said, is there a name that we are missing? And we couldn't come up with a name. We certainly were not thinking about Brock, which
Nope.
tells me that he's so far and back in everybody's memory. And we've seen all those videos. Didn't we see it today, guys? All those videos. I saw this one guy who was on the floor and he was like, I feel like something's happening in 3, 2, and it hits Brock's music and he lost his mind because he wasn't expecting it either. So, Gaby, was this a last minute thing or have they been planning it for 4 to 6 weeks?
It's a tough call. I do think that they needed to get out of the Cena heel turn in some way that would have made people okay with him being out of that heel turn, because I think it's safe to say that whole thing, aside from it happening and the shock of it, was kind of a fail. Cena as heel, because what really came of it? Not much. So if we were going to give the title back to Cody, besides everything great that happened, there needed to be some kind of shock value. I think that's what they wanted, because I think if Cena's not going to be champion and that's not the story we're telling, you have to bring back a rival, and it needed to be a big name that would have caused people to start talking. So I don't know if it was done that way. They were waiting for it to get confirmed, but for sure, I think it was something in the works.
Well, he also, because Cole did a good job of laying it out in a very short period of time, they have history at SummerSlam. Yes. Now, it was 11 years ago, but they have history at SummerSlam, so it would make sense that Brock would want to come out, but I need to hear from Brock. Clearly, we didn't hear from him tonight, which I would have loved to have seen that. And you know, in his new contract, Tommy, he's going to have 8 days a year for $3 million. That's just what he's always done. But what do you think the reasoning will be when he finally gets the mic, hopefully Friday night, and explains why he attacked Cena out of nowhere?
Boy, that's an interesting question, Coach, because, I would have jumped on it tonight right away, wouldn't you? I mean, that was the hottest thing that came out of SummerSlam.
By far.
And then you don't capitalize on that. And if you needed to sell tickets, that would be one of the first things I would say. They were cutting a promo in the post show. Hey, we're at Barclays, tickets on sale, and Brock Lesnar is going to be there. That place would sell out in a New York second. It is interesting what his story is going to be, because now he's a heel. When he left, he was a baby face. Now he's going to go up against Cena. You know what? I'm completely stumped right now what his reasoning could be for coming back. I just don't know, Coach, at this point in time. I've been thinking about it too, but I just can't come up. What logical reason why would Brock come back? There's no title. There's no title for him right now.
But if he's going to come back and make a statement, sometimes he needs to come back with the biggest story. And maybe he can just say, listen, I wreck lives, and I want to wreck the last 4 months of your life. And wherever you go, you're going to be looking over your shoulder, and you never know when I'm going to show up and F5 you to death. To me, that'd be simple enough. And then he could potentially be at Survivor Series, or maybe I don't even know what the next PLE is going to be, but who knows? Who knows? But for all those people out there, because at some point, and I gotta do a disclaimer. I'll never discount everything in that lawsuit. But guess what? That's that lawsuit. For wrestling and for moving on, at some point, you have to move on. And if he got cleared by that lawsuit, then I don't need to hear from the lawyers. I don't want to deal with the negative. I want to deal with here's what it is. He's back and we're moving on. As far as this show's concerned, that's exactly what we are going to do. Now, you are watching The Last Word. We're here every single Monday night. If you're watching, of course you're watching, hit that like button on your way in. It really helps the show grow. Now, guys, we saw it tonight, potentially. And I could hear, Gaby, your head popping off your shoulders when Becky Lynch came out. And I was like, okay, here's another Becky promo. And then it turned into magic. And I'm going to give Nikki Bella all the credit in the world. They went back and forth, line after line after line. And then when Becky called her husband hot, and they're the hottest couple, in the WWE, and then she shot right between the eyes and said, that used to be, oh, but you can't see him anymore. Oh my God. I cannot believe they went there. That was the line of the year for me. Gabby, what about you?
Let me just tell you, that was one of the best lines I've ever heard. And I popped huge because I'm like, Becky Lynch needs to back me up somewhere in New Jersey when girls are going off, because I would love to have her in my corner, because that is some hardcore, like it was just perfect. And honestly, kudos to Nikki, because I don't know what goes on behind the scenes when it comes to like promos and what you're doing to each other. And if she obviously okayed that, like that takes a confident ass bitch to be like, you could say it to me and I know it's going to get the exact reaction that it did. And that I kind of love that for Nikki as well, because she knew it was going to make good TV. I'm more invested right now in this feud with Becky and Nikki than I have been the entire Lyra and Becky storyline. Legit.
And I'm gonna tell you why. But real quick, let me answer that question, because in Unreal, Triple H hit on the Tiffy Charlotte thing, and it was obvious that Tiffy shouldn't have done it, because what did Triple H say? We don't do that around here. So to answer your thought, there's no way that line is delivered without it being okay by Nikki.
Right.
And why wouldn't you want to do it if you're Nikki? I mean, that is 5, 6, 7 years ago that you dated him. You've had a baby and a divorce since John Cena. Right. So to me, that was amazing. Tommy, when you heard that line, what did you do?
I texted you and I said, that's the line of the night. Then you came back, that's the line of the year. Here's the big difference in that line, Coach. Only she could deliver it like that. If that was Lyra or anybody else, it wouldn't work. It worked for Becky just the way her attitude is, because she knows how to cut a promo. And half the girls on that roster don't know how to do it like she did it. She made it hit home hard when she threw that line out. You could throw that line out any way you want, but the way she delivered the line made it hurt 1,000 times more, because the crowd reacted to what she said. And that's what it is. It's all about delivery, Coach. You know that. You've been a heel coach for years.
And I'm one of the greatest promo givers of all time. We all know that. When she looked at her hand and let it resonate with the whole crowd, what she was thinking and what she was getting ready, the pause was everything. Oh my God, the pause was everything. Staring at her hand, I was like, oh my God. Real quick, we got a what we like to call a curtain jerker. Mustafa, brand new premium member. Thank you, Mustafa, for joining us premium wise. He says SummerSlam nights 1 and 2 were sick as fuck. Tailgating was even wilder. Jersey is God's country. Acknowledge Jersey, Coach. I was in a luxury suite. Hi, Gabby. Is this like your boy toy? I mean, hi, Gabby. What are we doing? What are we doing?
He's my guy. He knows me from Busted Open days. He's been around forever. He's a good dude.
Oh. Coach makes fun of me every day without consent. DG's in
that?
the chat. DG's in the chat. Mustafa, I agree. I enjoyed nights 1 and night 2. Thank you for that sticker. If you guys want your voice to be heard, you can do it via super sticker, and producer man will bring it right up onto the screen. So as we move forward now, and maybe this was them laying the groundwork, because I was very critical, because I love Chelsea Green. And we saw recently that Nikki Bella beat Chelsea Green clean. But if we knew that this was coming, or if creative knew that this was coming, Gabby, you have to give Nikki some credibility as an older veteran to be able to stand in there with Becky Lynch, the man. And so to me, it makes sense now why they would allow her to beat Chelsea Green based off of tonight.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think obviously things changed. The Liv Morgan injury, blah, 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 what was supposed to happen with Nikki. And I'm glad they took their time to kind of build what's going to happen, because I think this is a perfect fit for moving forward, involving Nikki, who's obviously not, I don't believe, full time, but in a way that's going to make that title mean even more, because with Becky carrying it, it means a lot. It's Becky freaking Lynch. And now she's going to be defending it at some point against Nikki freaking Bella. So it's like you're kind of making that title way bigger than it is, and now it's going to be between two actual veterans in the ring, and it's going to make it more enjoyable to watch for sure.
First of all, Nikki Bella still looks like $1 million at 42 years of age. I mean, ridiculous. Absurd. Can you imagine? And this to me, it'd be outside the box, but what if somehow Nikki Bella beat Becky, gets the title off of her? Now she's a champion for the OGs, and now Becky can go through a whole emotional roller coaster, and I just lost. Where's my identity? What I'm going to do? I think you get very creative, and at this point, Tommy, I think that Becky would welcome a creative storyline and not just do the straight and narrow that we're all used to.
Yeah, I think it could happen, Coach. I think Nikki could beat her, shock her. She gets in a little bit of a funk. How somebody 42 years old comes at me, beats me 1, 2, 3. It's kind of a head case for Becky. She can handle it. I would look forward to Nikki Bella winning the title and having Becky go after her again and again and again. It just puts Nikki over, it puts Becky over, but it creates a storyline because everybody in the world would say there's no way Nikki Bella could beat Becky. And when it happens, it makes it more interesting and opens that storyline even more and more, Coach.
Speaking of opening a storyline, you guys know it's not my style to pat myself on the back, to say I told you so, or to say that I was right. Not my style. However, two people. Tommy, why are you ruining my flow?
I'm sorry. That's funny.
Why are you ruining my flow? I'm trying to be serious here.
I know.
I'm trying to put something over, and you're just interrupting me.
The fact you said that's not my style, that's the funny part.
I didn't even laugh. It was just him. I was being nice. I was listening.
Thank you, Gaby.
You're welcome.
Damn, Tommy, we've known each other for 25 years.
I know. That's why.
And now you're snorting on the air.
Sorry.
Now, as I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for Big Tommy's rudeness. But as I was saying that, now what are you laughing at, Gaby? What am I missing?
I wasn't laughing. I'm just smiling. I'm happy to be here. I wasn't laughing.
So as I was saying,
okay.
So I've been very critical, and last night was more of the same. That Lyra simply is not on the level to be in a major league storyline. It would not surprise me, and I never want to see anybody get demoted. Let me be very clear. This is my opinion. We are not going to see Lyra in a main storyline for many, many, many months. Mm-hmm. She needs to go back to the Performance Center. She's got to get in front of the mirror. She's got to learn how to talk like an adult and not like a person just getting to the Performance Center. On top of that, Gaby, and I know you hate when I bring this up, but a wasted run-in by Bayley at SummerSlam. Usually when you do a run-in, you do it to help the person win. Not only did that not happen, but it was a wasted run-in because she refused to use the wrench. So right now, Bayley, they're not using her. Lyra, they ain't using her. Tell me I've been wrong. Oh, wait. I'm not. Gaby, floor is yours.
I don't understand what you're clarifying that you're not wrong about.
I said Lyra wasn't good enough to be in this particular kind of a rivalry in a storyline because she's not believable. And tonight, Nikki Bella proved that.
Right.
Because she stood there and went toe to toe, and it worked. When Lyra does it, it's like, oh, can I remember I can read them in my head. It's just not believable. And tonight proved that. Period.
Well, my thing is, I think the addition of Bayley, when it was used correctly, was making it a bit more believable. And then they kind of tarnished that for me when Bayley kept losing. And now they're making it more about Lyra and Bayley on the outsides, and Becky's completely far gone and removed from it. So, I mean, I don't mind that. I don't really understand what that backstage segment was between Lyra and Bayley saying. I feel like their confrontations have been exactly the same every single week. I don't see them growing from it. They don't even dislike each other. We're not friends. We're not enemies. Okay, cool. So you're an acquaintance that I pass every single day. What does that mean? Are you strangers? Like, by the way, I'm going to use that on people now. You're not my friend and you're not my enemy. And just see what people say to that. Because
you are vanilla. You're vanilla. That's what I said. They're vanilla. They're not special. And I'm only talking. Let me be clear, guys, because TKO has said they're characters on a show. I'm not talking about them as people. I would never do that. I'm talking about their characters on the show. It's so ridiculous. It's 24/7. That's who you are all the time. Period. End of story. Well, you're shaking your head right there. Tommy, I hate to go off topic. I just got a text. Do you want me to read the text I just got?
Sure.
So somebody just texted me a video and they said, Coach, have you noticed how happy Gaby is tonight? And I was trying to text while you guys were talking. I was like, what are you talking about? Because I think something that happened over the weekend is the reason why she has a little extra pep in her step. And I'm like, what is it? So I have a video. Producer man, I just sent it to him. Producer man, if you don't mind, could you play the quick video that just got sent to us, please, if you don't mind?
Unbelievable.
SummerSlam week, and we are at Crispy Pizza, which you actually know Crispy Pizza, but for me, Crispy Pizza has been a full year of looking at it on TikTok and on Instagram.
Right, too.
Look at it, by the way. Look at the tray.
The pizza.
They're just making pizzas here.
So I told them that I usually get their competition, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
So now they got to impress me a little bit more.
That's why I said be on your best behavior.
Welcome back to Gaby AF, everybody that's listening and not watching.
Yeah.
But how excited are you? Third time on Gaby AF. I'm welcoming you.
I thought you were going to say you were excited because where we were.
Also that too. Oh, by the way, it's Cody Rhodes, if you couldn't tell by the way.
I feel like you've been under a lot of lights though lately. You're doing the stuff at TNA.
Yeah, no, I love it. It's incredible. That's what I love doing. And the first time I did one, you texted me, I don't know if I'm allowed to say it. And you actually were like so nice about it. And you said, wow, it's TNA stuff. And I said, how'd I do? And you said, I'm proud of you. And I almost cried.
Oh.
It was really, really nice. It means a lot to have someone like you be like, oh, I'm proud of you. I think you did a good job.
The biggest ticket to this, maybe you've seen it doing the TNA stuff and as you grow and move forward, but you also can't root against people.
Right.
You don't have to like them. You can say you're better than them. You can put on a better performance, but don't root against them.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, success
These
is
are
the
my
best
rules.
revenge.
Yeah.
You just said that.
Yeah, I did.
That's like my favorite line of all time, by the way, because that's how I live my life too.
Whew, I lived
Wow.
And then, Tommy, there's this part of the video I had to have stopped to make sure that we could truly evaluate what we were watching. Tommy, notice the smile.
Oh, yeah.
Notice the playing with the hair when they're sitting down.
Yeah.
Notice what does it feel like to be on Gaby AF for the third time as a future world heavyweight champion or WWE, whatever it is. Tommy, if she tries to sell us that she doesn't or is not Cody Rhodes' biggest fan, this is the video and this is the picture I'm going to bring up all the time. And Tommy, did you notice how many times she flipped her hair back?
Yeah.
Did you notice that?
Can I say something?
Yes, Gaby, you want to defend yourself? Defend that.
Okay. The hug? I would hug you if I saw you in person too.
Not with that. I'm talking about the smile. The hug is it, but it's the smile.
Smiling.
It's the joy.
I was in a pizzeria in Brooklyn. Okay. First of all, I smile that big in every pizzeria. If I could get married in a pizzeria, I probably will. Pizza's my favorite.
Well, clearly, you'd probably get. I can see that right now.
Yeah.
So everybody in the chat, I want you guys to vote.
Wait.
Is that a little bit more from Gaby because of Cody, or is it normal?
Also,
just write more or normal. Let us know in the chat.
Can I say something else?
Of course you
I
can.
wasn't fixing my hair. The AC broke in the pizzeria that day. I can't curse. Effing melting. You don't understand. I actually said this in the interview. I'm melting. You see me if you watch the full interview. I'm wiping my sweat with a napkin because that's why we have so many waters on the table. And I'm pushing my hair off my neck because I'm sweating so bad. That man was in a 3-piece suit, not even breaking a sweat. So I don't even know if he's normal because he didn't sweat at all. I was dripping sweat and I was in a tank top.
That's what happens when you have a gigantic crush on somebody and you get flustered.
That's not true.
Tommy?
He's $1 million, dude. I
Wow,
wouldn't blame you, Gaby.
I wouldn't blame you. Just own it.
I don't blame you.
Just own it.
Cool.
Hey, I need to see Dirt Sheet Dan. I need to see Dirt Sheet Dan.
Oh God.
I need to see Dirt Sheet. Hey, Dan, when you see this picture, does it make you feel some kind of way?
She looks like she's staring at something.
That's not the question I ask you, Dan.
No. Come on.
Does it make you feel some kind of way?
She seems very happy with Cody.
Yes, she does. Does it seem like a little more than the normal? Like she said she would hug me or hug you or hug Tommy. Do you think she would look like that?
Hell no, not with me.
Probably not.
Are you Tommy? You're one of my favorite people in the world. I would be so excited.
Oh, he's
How
the
about
man.
this?
Look at him.
How about
Look at
this?
him.
I'm going to propose something to you, Coach.
Okay.
You've been on Gaby AF twice.
I have.
So, if you come on a third time, you now tie Cody for being on my show 3 times. And I will be just that ecstatic to, if it's in person, hug you and be just as happy. And I'd probably sweat just as much depending on the location.
Boy, that's sexy. Okay, that's good to know. The other part of this that, again, you're overlooking is
You ignored me.
I remember, Tommy, when we started this brand that just went over 20,000 subs on YouTube. Very hard to do. It's hard to get to 1,000. We've got to 20,000. And so you would think that giving somebody a platform to now be on TNA, I'm responsible for that, and then to potentially have other options out in the world, I'm responsible for that. You think that when she's sitting there with Cody, he goes, "You've been under the bright lights lately." And she goes, "Yeah." He goes, "TNA. What I would have done have been like, oh, and also the last word with Coach and Big Tommy."
I brought that up. If you watched the whole interview, we talked about you at the end of the interview. Did
you do it right there, TNA? Did you do it right there?
We talk about you at the end because he brought up his bad basketball skills, and I said, yeah, we talked about that on the last word that I do with Coach. And he said, oh, Coach, I like Coach. And then he told a story about you.
What was the story, Gaby?
It wasn't that great of a story, I will say.
Please tell me. You can tell the world. Go ahead.
Did you hear it? Did you listen?
No, I have not. I've been busy. I've been busy running this brand, actually doing shows.
I'm just asking.
No, I haven't seen it, so please tell the world.
He just told a story. He said he barely knew you. It was when he was first there.
Yep.
And he had, I guess you guys met briefly, and something had happened where he went to like go say hello to you, and you looked right past him at like other big stars and like didn't say anything to him.
I will say this.
I said, Coach? What? I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
I will say this. I think I have some serious PTSD. You can take the picture down, producer, man. I've made my point.
Man.
I have a little PTSD because somebody a few months ago, they said, Coach, what was it like to work with all these guys back when you were still there and they were just starting? They were asking about CM Punk, about Cody Rhodes. And I literally said, I've never worked with Cody Rhodes. And they sent me a pre-tape that I was in with Vince and Cody Rhodes. And I didn't even remember doing it.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. I didn't remember doing it. So I would never big time Cody Rhodes. Not on purpose.
No, he said he likes you.
Oh, that's good.
And you said and we talked about the show a little bit. So whatever.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you talking about it on your own show. Thank you very much.
Oh.
By the way, we have another curtain jerker from Mustafa. He said, Nikki, she owned it. Don't see Nikki being champ, only Becky winning. By the way, still waiting for Gaby to beat Coach in basketball.
Wow.
Hashtag all hugs matter. Pizza on me. Mustafa, thank you.
They did right over the basketball thing, huh, Coach? I know. Forgot about that, right?
I mean, there's one thing to win a poll in a chat on Twitter, and there's one thing for me to give it to you. I told my followers, you probably didn't see that tweet. I said, vote for Gaby. She needs
it. You didn't.
100%.
I have way less followers than you. I would see your tweets.
So this is in the chat right now. Here's the question
I get
from
Tommy on the show.
I have to read something very important from the chat.
It's
from Raphael, and he may or may not be bragging about last night. We had the largest live audience we've ever had without you two on the show.
Oh, maybe that's why.
And it wasn't close. And when I say it was not close, over 3,000 watching live last night. Over 3,000. Let me just say that. But he says, great odds prop. What show will Raphael appear on first? Weekday Wagers, which Gaby is one of the shows we do here, or Gaby AF?
Interesting.
Tommy, that means translation. He ain't coming on my show.
No,
he ain't coming on my show.
No
Sorry,
way.
Raffy.
Here's my thing. I would love to have Raffy on my show, but I do know Tommy longer. I feel like if I'm going to do another person from this show first, it's got to be Tommy over. And then Raff. Don't you think?
Wow. Well, I do. I just think you're full of shit that you're not going to do either one of them. So it is what it is. I mean, you can't go from Cody Rhodes.
You don't know who I do and I don't do.
Tommy.
You don't know who I'm doing and not doing on my show.
You're right. I don't know who you're doing and who you're not doing. I don't know that. I don't want to know that.
You did twice on my show. You did you twice on my show, and you're ungrateful about it, and you don't care.
Did you just hear what you said? Did you hear what you just said?
Yeah, I did. I said
I don't know who you're doing, and I don't know what you're doing.
And I did you twice on my show.
I wasn't there to enjoy that, Tommy. I would have remembered that. Don't you think so?
Don't you think so, Tommy? After last week, I'm quiet, dude.
Tommy always gets in trouble.
I would have remembered that.
I know you would.
I promised you.
Yeah, I know you
promised you. I would have remembered that. All right, enough jerking around. We've had our fun. Anything else that had to see how long we've been on.
That was the greatest face you've ever made, by the way. You got so angry to look close down. You couldn't believe it. I thought that was so funny. You need glasses, Coach.
I have glasses. I have readers somewhere. Well, no, the readers don't help when it's 2 feet. That's like in the middle. So it doesn't even matter. And it's so small that it just sucks. And producer man's no help. Yeah, that's true. All right. Anything else tonight that we missed? Anything from Summer? Oh, by the way, I need to say this from SummerSlam because I want to get your guys' take on it. Because I think moving forward, a lot of the guys backstage and the ladies, they're not big on a celebrity taking their spot. 2 things from Saturday night. One that I loved, one that I hated. The first one is I felt like Jelly Roll, probably with all due respect to Pat McAfee, to Bad Bunny, to Travis Scott, to anybody else that's ever stepped in the ring and done anything physical. I felt like that was the best celebrity performance physically I've ever seen, period, point blank, end of story. When you have the balls to lay on the announce table and let Logan Paul jump 20 feet in the air and land on you, to me, that's all I needed to see. Tommy, let me start with you. What did you make of Jelly Roll?
I thought he was phenomenal. Not only that, the selling of that table spot and then creeping back and going back and turning and looking and just working it old school style and say, I can't let my guy get his ass kicked. I'm going back in the ring. That was the money of it all, was the reaction, taking him out. He turns around and comes back in the ring. I thought his performance was incredible. When he did that off the top and did that flip of Logan Paul, for that dude that size who lost 250 pounds, you see he worked at it. His working punches are better than half the guys on the roster. I thought that stole the show. Besides Seth cashing in, that stole the show of night one right then and there. He really worked at it. Drew made him look good. Logan made him look good. The only thing I didn't like was that pre-tape with Cardi B. And
well, I mean, Cardi B was atrocious. Cardi B was a joke. Cardi B starting the show.
Yeah, that was a joke.
I love her.
I didn't understand it. Yeah.
And she can't show up for night number 2. They probably paid her over $100,000 to show up for 5 minutes, sit in the front. Cardi B was atrocious, just like we thought she would be. But you mentioned making Logan Paul look great. For people who don't understand, to take moves from a novice, you've got to really trust him. And that move was next level. Some of the boys can't do that move. And then all the stuff, the clotheslines, the ducking, the choke slam, all that can be dangerous if you don't trust the person. So, Gabby, when Jelly Roll was getting taken to the back and then he did the whole classic, oh, I'm not going to leave my partner. Oh, hell no. I was like, hell yeah, Jelly Roll.
Yeah.
He really showed me what 15 years in the clink is going to do, because not only has he been full-time on tour, but reportedly every minute that he has off of tour, off of American Idol, he's been in Florida training. That to me is as much dedication as I've ever seen from anybody to perform in the ring. What did you think?
Yeah, I mean, and it's one word too. I just think you can tell he's respected because he respects this so much. He puts his time into it. He's excited about it. You could tell he's into it. He's not just there to get the money and promotion and do whatever and try to, look better than everybody because he's the celebrity. Like, he really, really respects what everyone's doing. And he was so happy and grateful to be there. And you can just tell. And not to mention, my favorite moment was him singing Randy's theme song while Randy, that was one of the coolest moments of the night to me. Or like that, I want to see that all the time. Like, I think they should have his voice do the theme now for Randy every time he comes out. It's just so freaking awesome. That was awesome.
That is so cool. And he told Stephanie in the sit down that this isn't a one-off. He wants to make this a regular thing. And I think that there's other people that want to see him make this a regular thing. So hats off to him. What I didn't like, speaking of Cardi B, and this goes back to the Unreal show, is we had 2 nights of swerves, surprises, the crowd going absolutely bananas. And then they posted a video of Cardi B, Logan Paul, and Randy Orton backstage. And I'm like, we're just blatantly going to give away the business backstage of the show that these 2 guys just went toe-to-toe? I don't like it. And I don't like that they do it. And you couldn't tape 2 separate ones, Cardi B and Logan, Cardi B and Randy, and then post those 2 separately. Tommy, I hate when they do that, but they're talking out of both sides of their mouth now.
Yeah, they are, Coach. And did you notice in that pre-tape, Cardi B brought it up? Are we supposed to be seen on camera? And you hear the producer say, "Oh, it's okay now." Really? It is? Where'd you learn your props of producing in WWE? Coach, back in our day, that would never see the light of day. But it's a different
Never.
world now. It's a different world, and we got to get used to it. It's
I
just
get.
ridiculous.
I
Ridiculous.
guess here it is right here on TikTok. There's Randy, and clearly that's after the match is over. So you see all of the WWE cameras there, and
That's
Gaby,
new.
it's stupid.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
It's just one of those things where it's so different now because it's all for the likes, it's all for the views, it's all for the collabs. So like, oh, okay, cool, we'll do this because Cardi will put it on hers, Logan will put it on his, Randy will put it on his, and now everyone is wrestling, and now it's a big crossover with these big names and like pro wrestling. But to people like us who watch the product and aren't just people scrolling, not knowing who these people are, it's bothersome because we're like, we just saw these two kill each other, you know, and now the match is over. Because I think that's what the producer said. He goes, "Oh no, we could do it now because the match is over." But now that the match is over, we can be like, okay, everyone's cool, everyone's great, everyone likes each other. Like that, it even bothers me, and I'm not like a hardcore old school like fan, and I'm like, it's kind of, it just dims the magic. It dims the magic.
Thank you. That's a great line. It dims the magic. I love that line because the magic to me was shown at the end of night number 1. It was shown at the end of night number 2. And I don't care what anybody says. I don't care about the executives at TKO. I don't care about Triple H trying to make us believe that he's on board with this. That is what the wrestling business is. And are you trying to tell me that if we knew Brock was coming, if we knew that Seth really wasn't hurt and that he was going to cash it in, that we'd have nearly a reaction that we had at the end of the? Of course not. No. Of course not. And so to me, put it back in the bag and let me enjoy it. But they're not letting me do it. Or I guess they're cherry picking on what they want us to see and what they don't want us to see.
Yeah, right.
And oh man, give me that taste again of a big comeback. Oh God. I love that shit.
You're dead nuts right. What you just said, Coach. They cherry pick.
Whenever they want.
It's okay to do that. It's okay to do this. It's not okay in our world. I'm sorry, dude.
And the other part of it, and I love Triple H, and I loved Unreal, and I call it the finger point of doom when you win a title, and then Triple H does that, and then CM Punk. Oh, has anybody ever done that to you? I get it, but when you have a chance to put over talent, I don't need. And I always go, what would Vince do? I always go WWVD, and who was the guy who announced the 2-night SummerSlam for next year in Minneapolis when it could have been anybody on the roster? Could have been any of the stars.
HHH.
Yep. And I see a lot of people, and Dirt Sheet Dan hasn't reported on this yet, so I'm not going to believe it's true until Dan says it's true. But a lot of people saying Triple H is trying to position himself as the Dana White, the guy that they can't get rid of. Because Dana White, you get rid of him at the UFC, what do you got?
Nothing.
You have no steady faces. So I'm starting to believe that's true, Gaby. I really am, because Triple H is putting himself in everything he can possibly put himself into. Every social media video, Triple H is in. The headset on, running the show, but yet he's not a character on the show. And that's very telling to me.
He opened night 2. He came in. He was the first one.
Do you think Cardi just didn't show up for night 2, or Stephanie was always meant to do the
I think Stephanie was meant to do the attendance.
You do?
Yeah.
Yes.
It reminded me of the last WrestleMania that I did. We paid Kim Kardashian, Gaby, this is going to make your head spin. We paid her $25,000. This is right when she started becoming who she became. $25,000 to show up and announce the attendance. That's it. Nothing more. And I'm sitting ringside. That was the Ric Flair retirement match with Shawn Michaels. That was Big Show and Floyd Mayweather Jr. All she had to do is remember 68,232. And she came down in a dress I'm quite sure she had to jump off a second-story building to get into. And so it was like that little legs coming down like that.
The waddle.
The waddle. Yes, the waddle. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. And she gets in, and it sounded a little something like this. Because she had, let's say this is the card she was holding, just like Steph did last night. But I'm going to give Steph a pass because she had to remember not one number,
right?
2 numbers. And Kim Kardashian goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in to WrestleMania." And tonight, you, yes, you have been a part of a brand new Citrus Bowl record. 68,217.
Yeah.
I'm like, you can't remember one freaking number?
Yeah.
Not one number? What number? And the other part they did last night that I just laugh at when Michael Cole, who I think is doing a phenomenal job. I think Michael called a really nice SummerSlam. And he said it's what'd he say? The highest attended or something number of SummerSlam. And I'm sitting there going, wait a second. This is the first 2-night SummerSlam. Of course it's got to be the biggest SummerSlam of all time.
Right.
So they twist the words a little bit.
Also, shout out Kim Kardashian, who's now a lawyer and an actress. So just know how much people can lie to you, because does it really take talent to be in Hollywood? She can't read a number, but now she's an actress in American Horror Story. Is that not crazy?
You call that acting?
I'm just saying. She's a paid actress right now. She has been in seasons of American Horror Story. She can't remember 5 numbers.
it was incredible.
You could do anything you put your mind to.
By the way, I probably should not let this out of the bag, but since you brought it up, Gabby, I was just offered a role in a movie.
Wow.
It's kind of a horror movie, speaking of American Horror Show. And I would have several speaking parts. I would be a corrupt. I can't even talk about it. Sorry, can't talk about it. Can't talk about it. But when I can, I will let you know. I just got the script. I had to sign an NDA, so I can't even talk about it. But next year, I may need you to cover for me, Gabby, if you're still, you might be, hell, you might be in WWE by then. Who knows? But I know I'm going to miss at least one last word.
Wow.
So I'm going to need you to be here with Tommy.
We should do a watch along of the movie when it comes out.
Oh, I will, because I'll actually shoot stuff when I'm there.
No, I'm talking about we're going to watch your movie all together.
Gotcha. Sorry.
But now I'm not going to do it anymore. You just turned me off. I don't care.
I misunderstood. I misunderstood.
Big horror fan, though.
All right. I see our live number. Huge number again. You guys are amazing every single Monday night. All right. Final takes as we head into another eventful week in the world of pro wrestling. Tommy, start us off.
My final take, I'm referring back to SummerSlam. And once again, they put over Sami Zayn. 1, 2, 3. What is the upside of that? And now he has a match next week or somewhere in Canada. I'm so tired of Sami. Is it true Karrion Kross doesn't have a contract? I really don't know. But that was the flabbergaster of the night, is when they put Sami Zayn over again at a PLE, and Karrion Kross is over more than anybody. Can you figure it out, Coach?
From what I hear, and Karrion Kross was not on the show tonight.
I know.
And he got beat clean Saturday night. It will be one of the biggest misses that they've had in recent memory. You had a 2-for-1. His wife is spectacular. He's incredibly intelligent. You could have done so much. And I feel like if the rumors are true, by next Monday, he will be released and not be a WWE superstar.
Are you kidding me?
That's what I believe to be true. Because otherwise, why would you beat him clean 2 times in a month?
I know.
Why would you not use the second best entrance in the entire company? Am I wrong, Gabby? Or is that the second best entrance?
You're not wrong, and I'm very, very nervous about it because I don't want to see it happen. And if it does, I'm really going to be upset, and we're going to have to talk about it if it happens next week because I'm going to be angry.
Wow.
I'm going to go off.
It's a miss. It's a miss. Big ball drop. Big ball drop. Big time. Gabby, final take. Go.
I kind of loved Raw tonight because it got me excited for the future when it comes to the women's side of things, because the highlight of the night for me was the Becky Nikki stuff. And I'm so excited to see now the follow-up coming in next week, which I haven't said that about in a while when it came to the women. So that's a win for me. I do like what's going on. I loved what happened I thought the Naomi Rhea Io match was a banger at Mania, which we knew it was going to be, but I actually really, really enjoyed it. And I'm excited to see what comes now SmackDown with the ladies, because I thought it was a decent Raw after the show, and I didn't mind it. I'm hopeful for the future.
I am too. Normally the Monday after a big show is kind of a clunker. They've had all the payoffs and they're trying to start all these new storylines, but I thought tonight they did a nice job. By the way, how about Io Sky, the other line of the night? You, Rhea, will never beat me. I was like, hell yeah.
And the smile.
Hell yeah.
And
Yeah.
she
And
just
the
smiles.
smile's everything.
Yeah.
The smile is everything. Oh,
Yeah.
she is so great. I love Io Sky.
Wait, we didn't even talk about Xavier Woods' hat at all.
That was
Talk about it. What do you want to say about it?
I want that hat on the show next week. That we need to get him as a guest. We need to book that hat as a guest.
Well, there's only one of us here that has the champion on speed dial. So if you want to get the hat, make it happen. Make it happen. Call up Cody.
The most insane thing you've ever seen in your life.
It was. I love their new characters.
I love them so much.
I mean, by the way, he's shredded. He's been. I mean, that dude has been in the gym. Yes.
Yep.
Also, Grayson got shredded too.
Well, I think whenever you get given new life, all of a sudden you're inspired to go to the gym. And when they let that other guy off of him, who was the other guy?
Austin Theory.
Yeah, Austin Theory. He was just weighing him down.
Interesting.
He was.
Some
he
people
was.
are
Now
bigger
Grayson
fans
can be
of
him.
Austin than Grayson, and they kind of just split them without saying
Yeah.
anything, which was weird. Tommy loves Austin.
I think Austin could be a huge star, man, but it's just not being handled right at all. I don't know if it's him being lazy and not hitting the creative, but he's got all the tools, Coach. He's got it all, man.
I mean, not everybody they put together is a great tag team. Not everybody can be tag team champions. I mean, I'm a former tag team champion, but not everybody can be a tag team champion.
No.
Look it up, Gab. It's true.
I believe you. I don't have to
I lost it in Winnipeg, and I blame Steven Regal. Trust me, I haven't gotten over it. And they almost put it in my action figure too. They put in the belt and then they took it out. A couple of positives. It's a true story. Gabby, our girl Kimberly, who's becoming our social media extraordinaire, as I like to call. I love Kimberly. She said, "Hey Tommy, hope you and your wife had a wonderful anniversary weekend."
Oh,
yes. Thank you.
How nice is that?
Anniversary.
Thank you.
Yeah, Tommy. I mean, that was a legitimate excuse not to be on the show last night.
What did you guys do for the anniversary?
I went to casino.
Nice.
Did you win any money?
I went to the casino.
That'll
tell you.
I think roulette's your game, isn't it?
Yeah, roulette. I was up and then I was down. Yeah, 400.
Interesting. Good anniversary, if you ask me.
Yeah, it was.
I knew it.
Yeah, but I
Why do I have the worst mind? I'm the only girl on the show, and I have the dirtiest mind out of everybody here.
No, you don't.
There's no question. There's no question. That's why our viewership has gone up every single week. There's no question about it. By the way, speaking of respect, I just happened to look at my Twitter page, which we are streaming right now to a very, very large audience. And this guy named Virgo Rob, and I quote, I go straight to the Coach Rules page after every WWE show to see if he has said anything at all. Most valued voice in wrestling right now is your boy. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. And that tweet right now has 4 views. So we're rocking. We're rocking. We're rocking all over the place. All right. What a great night. What a great night. All right. Well done by you. Gabby, good luck on the distribution. When is the Cody episode coming out? Is it already out?
It's up, man.
It's out. It's up, man.
It's
okay.
Up and it's out. And look out for me on TNA on Thursday.
You're traveling this week? You're going to be on TNA?
No, it's already taped, but I'll be on it. Yes.
That's when you go, yes, coach, I am. You don't let the facts get in the way of a good story. Come on. Tommy, we need a teacher about being in the wrestling business.
Yeah, you got it.
I don't know everything.
They're not going to know.
I know everything, you know.
I mean, we're here. We're here to help. We're here to help.
You got you.
Yeah, I'm there.
Where can they get your YouTube page? Where can they see the interview?
Go to youtube.com/@Gaby AF show, and you can listen to it wherever you get your podcast, all the fun spots, Spotify.
I can't wait. I'm going to tune in to see if truly they did talk about me at the end of the show. Because if they didn't, you're going to be hearing from me. You're going to be hearing from me.
Near the end.
Great job, guys. Thank you very much. All right, that's going to do it for tonight. We're here every single Monday night, approximately 10:30 p.m. Eastern time, as soon as Monday Night Raw is over. If you want to become a premium member, we do live Q&As, we do live watch-alongs, all that kind of good fun stuff that we're growing every single week. For Gabby, for Tommy, for Dirt Sheet, for Producer Man, I am simply the coach. There is only one. There is only one, and it's called The Last Word. Take care.